Welcome to our Nini SR channel.
His left hand caressed my clothed stomach as he kissed my shoulder. I bit my lips to stop myself from releasing a moan. I don't know how long I can control myself if he keeps teasing me like that. His hand stopped as he placed his hand on the waistline, like his hot finger on my unclothed skin. I stood still as I waited for him to do something, but he didn't move his hand, or he didn't do anything. I slowly turned my head to see him sleeping. Face palm. How can he sleep after he teases me like this? Or didn't he feel like that towards me? I turned away from him and placed my hand on his as I closed my eyes as sleep consumed me. When I woke up, it was 1 p.m. and Nevin was sleeping as he turned away from me. I get up from his bed and use his restroom. I don't feel like going out today and I also don't want to wake him. I went downstairs and ordered some food for us as I picked an orange juice from his fridge. I drank that juice as I lay on his couch. When I unlocked my phone, I was greeted with hundreds of texts and calls from my friends and also from my family. I replied to every single text and saw a single text from an unknown number. Weird. I know who that is, but I didn't expect him to leave me a single text. I thought he might keep calling me till I accepted like he did for the last 5 years. I opened his text as I took a sip of orange juice. Unknown number. Wishing you a colorful birthday, Loxley. Is something happening? Why didn't he send anything else? Why don't you wake me? Nevin asked as he stood at the end of the stairs. I turned to see his half-naked body and placed my phone and juice on the tea table. I saw you in deep sleep so that I didn't disturb you, I said as I stood up and walked toward him in slow motion. I stood in front of him as I smiled at him and placed my hands around his neck and pulled him for a deep kiss. He picked me up as I placed my leg around his waist and held him tight in the fear that I might fall. He walked as he held my legs around him and placed me on the kitchen island stool as he pulled away from our kiss. He looks at me panting as his hands on both legs caress my thighs. Again he leaned in and captured my lips in his. His hands move inside my shorts as he caresses my leg the whole way up to the waistline. I feel him smiling between our kisses as he finds I'm not wearing anything inside. I didn't expect this would happen today. Or maybe I did. He removes his one hand, and he slightly picks me from that chair as his other hand removes my shorts in one way. My eyes widened when I saw him kneel in front of me as he threw away my shorts. Let me know if you want to stop, he said as he looked at me. I nodded my head at him as he started to kiss my right leg as his eyes were looking at me. He nibbles and bites my ankle as he makes me moan loudly, and his right hand pinches my left leg's inner thighs. I don't know if he was trying to tease me, or he was savoring me, but it felt so good.
I don't know when Maxton came into my office, but I hate to see his face today. Whenever I saw him, my mind started to remember the pain I tried to hide. I took a seat on my chair as I ignored his presence and went through the files I needed to check. "What are you doing here?" Maxton asked me. I know he's glaring at me without even looking at him. I ignored his question as I started to sign the paper I needed to sign. "I ask you what you are doing here, brother," he asked me in bitter tone. He knew I would do anything if he called me brother. I looked up at him and saw him glare at me as he folded his hand in front of his chest. He hasn't grown up since he was 10. As a CCO, I do my work in my office, Max. Can't you see it? I asked him. You're not supposed to be here, he shouted back at me. I know what he is trying to tell me. If you come here for some fun, just go. I have an important meeting in 15 minutes. I said and looked away from him to look back at my work. I don't know how you can be so normal after knowing Loxley spent her birthday with her boyfriend alone, he asked as he hit the table, to make me focus on me. I took a deep breath and turned to see him. You ask me how I can be so normal, right? After 5 years of our divorce, she texted back once. That's when I threatened her with her new boyfriend. That one word shows me that she pushed that pain into me, and she moved on to live happily, I told him.